UPSC prelims, we will have two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is of general studies and paper 2 is of CSAT, which is qualifying in nature. CSAT having 80 questions, 2.5 marks for every question, having a total of 200 marks. Since it is qualifying nature, so we have to get more than 33%. That is, we have to score more of 66 marks. And since there is 1/3 of the negative marking, so for every wrong question, we have a reduction of 0.833 marks, and for every right question, we get 2.5 marks. So our target must be around 100 marks, because 1 or 2 question may we get every time wrong. We have 3 sections. One is the quantitative aptitude section, then we have logical reasoning section, and the third we have the reading comprehension. In quantitative aptitude section, we have 35 to 38 questions, and in logical reasoning, we have 16 to 20 questions. That is, the 1/4 of paper will be from logical reasoning, and in reading comprehension, we have 27 to 28 questions every year. So we will start from logical reasoning. In logical reasoning, we have many topics: series, clock, cuboids, ranking arrangement. From logical reasoning, we have 16 to 20 questions every year. That is, 1/4 of the paper will be from logical reasoning. We will start from the series section. So it is the most important chapter of logical reasoning for the UPSC CSAT. There are 3 types of series based question in paper we have. They can be series based question on addition and subtraction. So in number based series, first we have number based series questions, and the second we can have a question of the alphabetical series, and we can also have the question from the number and the alphabetical mixed questions, that is alphanumeric series. So the third type of the series questions, we have alphanumeric series. So we'll start from the number series based questions. Number based series question. So in this section, we will do the questions in which the series of numbers are given, and they will follow a certain path or the pattern throughout the series, and we have to decode this series. So there can be a question based on addition or subtraction, that is, something is added or subtracted, pattern will be followed in the sequence. And there are also chances. Example of this based series, if we have a sequence having 2, 5, 8, 11 and so on, then if we see there is addition of 3 after every number. If we add 3 in 2, we get 5, 5 plus 3 we get 8, and 8 plus 3 we will get 11, and the next number we will have 18 plus 3, that is 14. So these are the example of addition based series where we have addition of 3. Now the question can be based on the multiplication and the division. If the series follow a certain path of the multiplication or the division, example of this series, we can, if we have a series 2, 6, 18, 54 and so on. So if we look upon the series carefully, we get that it starts with 2, and every time it is multiplied by the 3. 2 multiplied by 3, 6, 6 multiplied by 3, 18, 18 multiplied by 3, that is 54. So this is the example of multiplication pattern series. So there is a pattern of multiplication of 3. Next, there can be questions which are based on prime numbers. that is series are based on prime numbers. First, we must have to know what are the prime numbers. Prime numbers are the numbers which have only two factors, that is 1 and itself. Prime numbers will always be divisible by itself and 1 only. No other number can divide them. So they have only two perfect factors, that is 1 and itself. If we have a series of 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, first, that is 1. If we calculate the factors of every number, the factors of 1 will be 1 itself only, no the factor of 1. In case of 2, we have factors of 2, that is it can be 1 and 2, since 1 and 2 both divide the 2. In case of 3, we get two factors, that is 1 and 3. But if we factor the 4, then we get that it is divisible by 1 itself and one other number also, that is 2. So the factors of 4 are 1, 2 and 4. If we factorize of 5, the factors of 5 are 1 and 5. In case of 6, we get 3 factors, that is 1, 2 and 3. And the 6 itself, we have 4 factors. So here 1, since 1 is only having the one factor, so it can't be a prime number. In case of 2 having the exact two factors, that is 1 and 2, it is a prime number. So first our smallest prime number will be 2. 3 having the two factor 1 and 3, also a prime number. Then we have 4, since 4 having the three factors 1, 2 and 4, so it is not a prime number. 5 having the two factors, that is 1 and 5, so it will also have prime number. 6 having 1, 2, 3 and 6, having more than two factors, not a prime number. So the numbers having more than two factors are not a prime number. So what these numbers are? So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and 13 are the prime numbers. Now 4 and 6, since they have more than two factors, so these numbers are known as composite number. So the numbers having more than two factors are known as composite number. They are divisible by 1 itself and one more factor. They can have 3 factors, 4, 5 but they have at least 3 factors. So our smallest composite number will be 4, since 4 have 3 factors 1, 2 and 4. Now what about 1? 1 is neither a prime nor a composite number. Since it have only one factor, which is not requirement for a prime number. For a prime number, it must have two factors, so it's not a prime number. And for composite number, there must be more than two factors. And since 1 have only one factor, so it is also not a composite number. Now, the next type of question we can have is series based on the addition or the subtraction of the squares or the cubes of the number. There can be a chances that in the series follow a certain pattern of addition or the subtraction of the cubes or the squares. If there is a series having 20, 45, 81 and 130, and we have to find out the next number. So if we find out the difference between the first two numbers, there is a difference of 25, and in the next two numbers there is a difference of 36 and followed by the difference of 49. So 25 is a square of 5, 36 is a square of 6 and 49 is a square of 7. So next will be having the difference of the 8 square, and the square of 8 is 64. So if we add 130 in 64, we get 194. So these are the example of the series having the addition of square. And we can also have the having the sequence based question where we have to identify the pattern. In 2025 we have a question. We have given a sequence and we have to find out the value of a missing term. So the question we have is, what is the x in the sequence? And the sequence is 1, 3, 6, 11, 18, x and 42. And the option we have given are, the first option we have is 26, 27, 29 and 30. These are the four options we have given. Now if we look upon the sequence 1, 3, 6, 5, 18, then we have to find the value, and last we have 42. Now in the first two there is a difference of 2, and in the next two terms there is a difference of 3. Then the next we have difference of 5. Then we have a difference of 7. So 2, 3, 5, 7. What are they? They are nothing but a prime number. So there is a chance that is the sequence must follow a difference of prime numbers. So if we add the next prime number after 7, we have is 11. If we add 11 in 18, we get 29. And after 11, we have the next prime number is a 13. And if we add 13 in 29, we get 42. So this is example of the prime based series. So the missing entry is 29. So the value of x is 29. Option C is the correct answer. And in 2025 we have one more question which is based on the sequence. The sequence we have given is, what is the x in the sequence? Sequence is 24, x, 12, 18, 36 and 94. This is the sequence we have given, and we have to find out the value of x in the sequence. This is also a question from the 2025 exam, that is the last year exam. And we have given the four options. We have option A is 18, option B is 12, option C is 9 and option D is 6. We have to find out value of x. The sequence is 24, x, 12, 18, 36 and 19. In the sequence, if we multiply 18 by 2, we get 36. We get our first clue, that is something is multiplied. And similarly, if we multiply the 12 by 1.5, we get 18. So there is a high chances that is it is multiplied by 1.5 then by 2. And if they follow the same pattern, if you multiply the 36 by 2.5, we get 19. So this is a multiplication based series, and every time there is an addition of 0.5 and then they are multiplied. So before 12 there is a multiplication of 1, and in the first two there is a multiplication of 0.5. If we multiply 24 by 0.5, then we have 12, and multiplication of 12 by 1, we get 12. So it follows a path which is being multiplied by an addition of 0.5 every time. So the value of x is 12. Option B is the correct answer. Now the next question we have is from the 2024 exam. In 2024 exam, we have given a question and we have find out a missing term in the sequence. We have to find out the value of the x in the sequence in 2022. This is a question from 2022 examination, and we have given the 4 options. So the we have to represent the pattern which it follow. The sequence we have 2, 12, 36, 80, 150. Then the next term we don't know. Now in the first 2 there is a difference of 10, that is addition of 10. In the next 2 there is an addition of 24. In the next there is the addition of 44. Next we have addition of 70, and next we don't know. So in the first, did we get any pattern? No. So we couldn't conclude any pattern in the first difference. So we will check the second difference, that is difference of difference. So the difference between 10 and 24 is of 14, and difference between 24 and 44, that is the addition of 20, and in the next 2 term there is an addition of 26. So they follow, that is there is every time they are increasing by the 6, addition of 6. So the next must be 26 plus 6, that is the 32. And in the above we have the last digit we have is of 70, and if we add 70 and 32 we get 102, that is 102. And so the x can be 102 plus 150. So the value of x is equal to 150 and 102, that is 252. So x is equal to 150 plus 102, that is 250. So in this question option B is the correct option. In such questions we didn't conclude any pattern in the first term, so we have to check the difference, second difference, that is the difference of difference, and we can found a pattern. And other question we can have of the type of, we have to find out the odd one, that is we have given the 4 options. Out of them 3 are having the same, and 1 we have follow the different, that is one option is totally different from the others. So the question is choose the group which is different from the others. This is question is from 2023 examination. We have given 4 options. Option A is 17, 37, 47, 97, and option B is 31, 41, 53, 67. Option C is 71, 73, 79, and 83, and option D is 83, 89, 91, and 97. If we look upon the numbers, all numbers are prime numbers, and prime numbers are the numbers which can only be divisible by either by 1 or by itself. And here we see that when all these numbers are said group are prime numbers, and in option D we have 91, which is not a prime number since it is divisible by 13 and as well as 7. Factor of 90 is 13 and 7 also. So 91 is not a prime number. So in option A, B and C follow the path of prime numbers, and in option D there is one prime number given. So option D is the one odd from the others. So option D is correct answer. Next question we have to find out some wrong term from the question. So the question is replace the incorrect term with the correct term in the given sequence. We have given a sequence and we have to find out what is the incorrect term and what will be the correct term in space of incorrect. And the sequence we have given, and where it follows the odd terms and even terms follow the same pattern. In the question itself we have given a hint. The hint is odd terms and the even terms follow the same pattern. That is, every odd term that is on the place of 1, 3rd, 5th, 7th and 9th terms, if they follow the pattern, same pattern is being followed by the term having on the second position, 4th, 6th, 8th and 10th. So we'll Bifurcate the odd terms and the even terms. Odd terms we have 3, 7, 13, 21, and the next we have 31 and 43. And even number terms we have is 2, 4, 10, 18, 28 and 14. Even term series is 2, 4, 10, 18, 28 and 14. So by separating the odd and the even series, we can find out some pattern. In the odd series, we have to first calculate the pattern. So there is an addition of 4, that is 3 plus 4, 7. Then there is an addition of 6. Then there is an addition of 8. 13 plus 8, 21. Then there is an addition of 10. And last there is addition of 12. So this same pattern must be followed by the even terms. In even terms, the first term we have is 2 and the second term we have is 4, and that there must be an addition of 4. So if we add 2 plus 4, then it will be 6, but the next term is 4 and their difference must be 4 as it follows the sequence sequence followed in the odd terms. So only 0 plus 4 can be 4. So 2 is the incorrect term here, and rest of the sequence follows the same pattern, addition of 6, 8, 10 and 12. So only 0 plus 4 can be 4. 2 plus 4 cannot be 4. So the term 2 is incorrect here and it should be replaced by 0. So our option A is correct, that in space of 2 we have 0 to be there to follow the same sequence as it followed on the odd terms. This is the question from the 2021 examination. So the even series must be 0, 4, 10, 18, 28 and 14. This is the even series. Next type of question we can have is we have to find out the missing number and we have given a matrix. They will provide us a matrix and we have to find out the missing term. So we have given two identical sequences in 2 rows. In 2 rows we have a sequence and 2 rows have identical sequence, yani the sequence 1 follows the same sequence as in sequence 2. The pattern is same. The pattern which is being followed up by the sequence 1 is same followed by the sequence 2. The sequence 1 is 8, 4, 6, 15, 52.5 to 36.25. This is the sequence 1 we have given. And sequence 2 we have given is sequence 2 is 5A, B, C and D. And in question, what is the entry in place of C for the sequence 2? In sequence 2, we have to find out the number which is in place of C. That is at the point C, what is the number will be there. And since the 2 rows are identical, follow the same pattern. So let's conclude what is the pattern is being followed in the sequence 1. In sequence 1, we have 8, 4, 6. 8 is, if we divide 8 by 2, we get 4, that is multiplication of 0.5. And if we multiply 4 by 1.5, we get 6. And that is, there is some multiplication series followed. And next we have is 15. If we multiply 2.5 by 6, we get 15. And the next sequence term we have 52.5. That is, if we multiply 15 by 3.5, we get 52.5. That is correct. And the next, that is 52.5 is being multiplied by 4.5 and we get 236.25, which is also correct. So it follows a multiplication sequence where every time it is multiplied by the addition of 1. That is, in the first it is multiplied by the 0.5, then multiplication of 1.5, then multiplication of 2.5, then 3.5, and then 4.5. Now sequence 2, we have first number is 5. So the second number must be multiplied by 0.5. That is, if we multiply 5 by 0.5, we get 2.5. That is, in place of a, we get 2.5. Next, 2.5 is being multiplied by 3.5, 1.5, we get 3.75. And the next 3.75 is being multiplied by 2.5, that is, we get 9.375. This, so the sequence 2 will be 5, 2.5, 3.75, 9.375. And the sequence 2 we have given is 5, A, B, C. So the third number, so the fourth entry will be the in place of C. So the value of C for the sequence B, for the second sequence, is 9.375. So the answer for this question is 9.375. Next we can have the question. We have in 2025, we have a question, and this type of questions, the pattern and the demand of the question will be different from the type of the patterns we have done till now. It is like puzzle series, which can have puzzles, dates, and the numbers. So in 2025, we have a question. We have given the months, and we have to find out the two missing terms. The sequence we have is, what comes at the X and the Y respectively in the following sequence? We have given a sequence. The sequence is January, December, October, X, March, October, Y, and September. We have to find out the value of X and Y. And we have given the four options. Option A is July and May. Option B is July and April. Option C is June and May. Option D is June and April. And we have to find out the value of X and Y. And they follow certain path. Now first is January and second is January. So the difference between the month is 0. If we subtract 0 month from the January, we get January. That is, something is being subtracted in the whole sequence. So let's first write the sequence we have given. Now, if we subtract 0 month from January, we get January itself. That is subtraction of 0. Next, we have January and December. So there is also a difference of 1 month. That is, if we subtract 1 month from the January, we get December. And the third pattern here is December. If we subtract 2 months from the December, we get October. Pattern is being followed. Next we have October, having the difference of 3 months. We get July. July is nothing but the value of X. So we get X is equal to July. Now, since subtraction of till 3, now July minus 4 months, we get March. Then March minus 5 months, we get October. Next, October subtracted 6 months, we get April. So the next, for the value of Y, we have April. April is nothing but the value of Y. So for X, we get July, and for Y, we get April. So the next term will be April minus 7 months is nothing but the September. Sequence is being followed up, having a pattern of subtraction of the every month. So X is equal to July and Y is equal to April. That is, option B is the correct option. In UPSC 2020, we have a question. where we have given a sequence and we have to find out how many odd numbers are being followed by the odd number in the given sequence. So we have to find out all the odd numbers, and then we have to find odd number must be followed by another odd number. If it is followed by the even number, then it will not be counted. So the question is, consider the following sequence. We have given a sequence. So what we will do, first we will find out all the odd numbers in the sequences. We will underline the odd numbers first. 1, 5, 1, 7, 3, 9, 5, 7, 3, 1, 5. Then we have 3, 5. Then we have 3 and 9. These are the odd numbers in the given sequence. Now the demand of the question is, odd number are followed by odd number. First number is also an odd number and the second number is also an odd number. So 5 is followed by the 1, that is also an odd number. So 5 is counted. And 1 is followed by 4, which is an even number. So 1 is not counted. Next odd number we have is 7 is followed by 3. Yes, also an odd number. So 7 is also counted. So 5, then we have 7. Next we have 3, which is followed by 9. 9 is also an odd number. So 3 is also counted. Next odd number we have is 9, which is followed by 8, which is not an odd number, not counted. Next odd number is 5, which is being followed by 7. Yes, this is also a possibility. So 5 is followed by 7, also counted. But 7 is followed by 2, not counted. Then the next number we have is 1, which is being followed by 5, also an odd number, that is counted. And 5 is followed by 8, not counted. And next we have 3, which is followed by 8, which is an even number, not counted. 5 is followed by 2, even number. 3 is followed by 4, 9, and 9 is followed by 6. So all are even numbers. So there are the 6 numbers, 6 odd numbers, which are also followed by odd numbers. So how many numbers are there? So there are 6 odd numbers followed by odd numbers. Next type of the question in series section we can have is from the alphabetical series. So this type of the series are found with the help of English alphabets, and they will also follow certain patterns or rules. So in alphabetical series we can have the questions where one letter is get skipped and we have to find out the letters. That is, there is addition of some numbers, we have to find out the next number, next alphabet. Similarly, there can be some number are get skipped. That is, we can have a sequence like A, C, E, G, I. That is, the number are being skipped here. And we can also have a pair of opposite letters. It can also have a question. And there can also a question where the sequence is being followed. That is continuation of the sequence of the letters. That is simply questions. They are like A, B, C, D, regular order sequence. Now the question of such type can be, let us suppose we have given a sequence that is B, E. We have the sequence is B, E, H and K. And we have to find out the next one. This can be a question. Alphabetical series type questions. So B is on second number and E is on 5 number. That is difference of 3. E is on 5 and H is on 8. That is difference of 3. So every time there is an addition of 3. So upon being added in K3, that is K, L, M, N. That is N. So the next number will be N. So the series will be B, E, H, K and N. This type of question can also be formed. And some missing term we also have to find out. One question we have is, we have to find out the missing term. We have given some sequence and we have to find out the missing one. The question is, given sequence series is MQCP, then NPEN, then OOGL, then PNIG, and we have to find out the next one, and it will follow certain path. So upon the first letters there is a addition of 1, that is M plus 1, that is N plus 1, that is O plus 1, that is P, then plus 1, that is Q. So the first will be the Q. First letter of the missing term will be Q. Now on the second letter, that is we have Q, P, O, N, M. That is there is an subtraction of 1. That is 1 is reduced every time. Nothing but the reciprocal of the first letters are this. So the next second letter of the missing term will be M. Now on the third letter, C and E having the different addition of 2, E and G having the difference of 2. Then we have I and K having the difference of 2, and I and difference of 2 will be K, I, J, K. Every time there is an addition of 2. So the third missing letter will be K. Now the fourth missing letter, we have P, N, L, J. In P and N, M, N, O, P, there is an subtraction of 2, that is minus 2. N and L, there is minus 2. J, K, L, minus 2. And the next will be also having the difference of 2. That is H. H, I, J. That is J. So the missing term here will be Q, M, K, H. This is the missing term in the series. So the series is MQCP, NPEN, OOGL, PNIJ, and the missing term will be QMKH. And there can be a question where we have to find out the missing term in the continuous series. The series is getting continued. There is no comma and no logic. We have to find out the what pattern it follow. So in such type of question, what we will do, first we will count how many letters we have given, and we will try to divide it into the equal parts, and we will try to find out the possible patterns. So this is given, we have given a sequence. We have sequences A, B, C, dash, dash, A, B, C, dash, D, A, B, B, C, D, dash, A, B, C, D. And we have to find out, we have to complete the sequence. And for that we have given 4 options. So first what we will do, we will count how many elements are there in the sequence. So there are 18 elements. And what we will do, we will try to break it into the groups, and we'll try to find out the pattern they will follow in every series. So the question will get easier. Now in this sequence, we have 20 elements. In this sequence we have 20 elements, so we will divide it into 4 sets of 5 elements each. So every part is A, B, C, dash, dash is the first part, and A B C D dash D is the second part, and A B B C D is the third part, and the fourth part is dash A B C D. So these are the four parts. We are divided it into, having the 5 letters in every part. In third part, what we will get, we get an idea that one letter is getting repeated itself. That is, here B is repeating. That is, in every part one letter must be get repeated. So let's check option by option. First check option A. If we fill the option A in the sequence, we get A B C D A. Then we have A B C C D. And the third part is A B B C D, and the fourth part will be B A B C D. This is B again is repeating itself, can't be an option. Let's calculate option C. In option C, we get a sequence A B C D C, then A B C C A B B C D. In C it's get repeated first, can't be an option. And in option D, if we fill the option D in the sequence will be A B C D D. Next we will A B C C A B C C D. Then we have A B B C D, and then we have A B C D. So in the first D is repeated, in the B C is repeated, then B is repeated, and then A is repeated. So every letter is get repeated in every part, and each letter is different. So option D is the correct answer. This type of question can also come, and this is the question we have in 2023 exam. And some other also pattern based question can be there. Out of them, in the last one, in the last year question, there is a question, and where we have to find out some unit digit of the digit of the number, and we have given a continuous sequence. That in sequence we have to find out the 489th digit in the number, and the number is 1 2 3 4 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 and so on. We have to find out 489th digit. So from 1 to 9 we have single digit, that is 9. 10 to 99 we have 90 numbers having 2 digits each, that is 180 digits. And from 100, that is 3 digits, to 199 100 to 199 we have 3 digits, and since they are 100 numbers, so 100 into 3 we have 300 digit will be from here. So 300 400 489 digits are till 199, and since the last 3 digits are 199, and we have to find out only the last digit, that is 489th digit. So 489th digit will be 9, and 488th digit will be 9, and 487th digit is 1. So 9 is the 489th digit. Next type of question we can have is from the alphanumeric series. In such series, we have combination of alphabets and the number based series, and we have to find out the pattern. So based upon this type of question, in 2021 examination we have a question. We have given a matrix and we have to choose the missing one. Is an using the alphabets and the numbers both. So the matrix we have given is 7b, 10a, 3c. The second row is 3c, 9b, 6a, and the third row is 10a, 13c, and the next term we have to find out. Now how to solve such question? First we have to read the question carefully. We have 4 options, that is first is 9b, then we have 3a, 3b and 3c. We have 4 options are given. So in this question, in the question itself we have given a clue. If we read the question carefully, there we have given that the entries follow a certain trend row wise. That is, the pattern in this question is followed is the according to the rows, not according to the columns or the diagonals. But we have to focus on the rows and the question gets simplified. Now in row 1 we have 7, then we have 10, then we have 3. That is, difference of first 2 will be in the third place, that is 10 minus 7, we have 3. Now in row 2, the difference of 9 and 3, that is 6, is on the third place, that is correct. Now in row 3rd, what will be the number? That is the difference of both, that is 13 minus 10, that is 3. So the number we have is 3. Now we have to find the alphabet here. Which alphabet will be there? Since we have 3 options, 2, 3 and 4 can be correct. A and B, C can be there. Now in row first there is follow a sequence, that is B, A, C, and in row 2 their sequence followed is C, B, A. And in row 3 the sequence can be A, C and B. The possible sequence is A, C and B. Now if we look on the alphabet pattern, the first 2 letters are shifting to the right of the third letter in the next row. That is, in row 1 we have B, A, C, then in row 2 the first 2 letters, that is B and A, is gets shifted in the right of the next row. Yani ki next row we have the first letter, in row 2 the first letter is the last letter of the opposite sequence and first 2 will get next to them. So the missing entry will be 3b. So option C is the correct, 3b is the answer.